Are you having trouble trying to play the E major chord? Well, I'm going to show you 4 easy ways to play the E major chord and 1 hard way to play it. So go grab your uke, tune it up, and I think we're going to uke. Hey there ukulele fans, thanks for joining me at I Think I'm Gonna Uke. My name's Tony and welcome to the channel where you'll find free ukulele lessons, tutorials, and play-alongs. My goal is to help you get to your next level in your ukulele playing. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and click like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell so that way you won't miss out on any new videos. Remember, these lessons are totally free and it really helps grow the channel. Most beginner ukulele players can handle easier chords like C, A minor, or G, or even harder chords like an E minor or a B flat, or maybe even dreaded bar chords like a B minor. But when you get to the E major, you either run away screaming in terror, or you try to find an easier way, or try to avoid the E major altogether. Maybe you find a different key. Well, I'm here to show you other ways to play the same E major chord and hopefully blow your mind a little bit and explore the ukulele fingerboard. You've probably already seen the E major chord like this, which it is a tricky way to play it, especially for beginners and even for some intermediate players. They still have a hard time with this chord. But when learning to play any chord, you can learn it simply by memorizing or imitating the finger position and the shapes to make certain chords. But what I think really starts to open up the music and your musical understanding of things and really unlock the mysterious ukulele fingerboard is knowing what is a chord, like what makes up a chord, particularly the E major chord. Now, I'm not going to get into the music theory behind it in this video, but just for now, just know that an E major chord is made up of 3 notes, the E, G sharp, and B notes. So if you're playing only those 3 notes, then you're always playing an E major chord. So let's take a look first at the hard way to play an E major chord, like this. And let's try to find those same 3 notes, the E, G sharp, and B. All right, now for the hard way. I'd call this the hardest way because this is the common E major chord shape that you see when you look on any chord chart. And I know this is the hard way to play it because ukulele players are always trying to find easier ways to play this chord, just like you're doing right now. So this E major chord shape, it looks like I'm playing 4 notes, right? Because there's 4 strings. But let's walk through these notes and let's see what's going on here. So starting with the top 4th string, which is an open G string by itself, we're holding that 1st fret, which is a G sharp, right? We have a G, G sharp. And then the 3rd string, which is our open C string, but we're holding the 4th fret. So that makes it an E. So we have a C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Now the 2nd string is open. We're not actually playing it, and it's the open E string, so it's an E already. So the 1st string, which we're holding, is the open A string, but we're holding the 2nd fret, which is a B note, because our open string is A sharp, B. All right. So even though we're holding 4 strings to play 4 notes, these middle 2 are actually the exact same note and pitch. They're both E. Now on to easy way number 1. Now we know we need to play an E, G sharp, and a B note to play the E major chord, and one of these strings is actually unnecessary or duplicated. So let's look at the first easy way to play an E major. Now by holding down on the 4th string, the 1st fret, we found our G sharp that we need, and on the 1st string, we're holding down that 2nd fret, which is the B note that we need, and we know the open E string, the 2nd string, is an E already, and so this other note, the 3rd string, is an open C note, which we don't really need this 3rd string because we have all the other notes that we need. So we could either get some wire cutters and cut off the string, which I don't recommend you do that, or we could mute it. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to take our 1st finger and just lightly touch that third string to where it's kind of muted and dead. So the notes we have left is a G sharp, an E, and a B. So we're playing the E major chord, but just using 2 fingers. So this is a much easier way to play the E major chord. The next easy way to play E major is like this, where we place our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger all on the 4th fret, and we use our 1st finger on the 1st string like this on the 2nd fret. Now for my fingers, it feels more comfortable to play it this way, to kind of use my third finger and press down the same notes, the second, third, and fourth string, all on the 4th fret. So if this feels comfortable with you, try it this way. If not, then use your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, all on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, all on the 4th fret. And then your 1st finger is on the 1st string, 2nd fret. This also is an E major chord. Since we found the 3 notes that we need, we have a B, E, and a G sharp. And right here on the 1st string, we have another B. This B note, our 1st finger, is duplicated. We don't need that extra B note. So we could find another way, either mute it or replace it with another E or G sharp. So if we look at the open A string, we have a B note here. That's what we were playing before. But what if we keep going down the neck from a B to a C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E? We found another E. Now we still want to play the conveniently located notes that we need for the E major here on the 4th fret, but we want to play this other E note down here. And it's really tough. I mean, unless you were involved in some power tool accident, you're going to have to move your fingers around. So the trick I want to show you is, let's just use our 1st finger and bar the whole 4th fret. Okay? Now it might be a little bit tricky or hard for you, but if you put some good pinching pressure with your thumb and your 1st finger all on the 4th fret, you can play that whole bar, or the whole 4th fret. So with our 1st finger, if we bar the whole 4th fret, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string are the right notes that we need. And now we're just going to use our 4th finger, our pinky, on this E note, which is on the 1st string but on the 8th fret. And this is another E major chord. Now that I've secretly led you down the path of closed chord positions, let's take a look at the A major chord. So an A major is like this. And remember that B flat we played at the beginning? Well, if we slide that B flat down 1 more fret, we're at B major. If we slide down just 1 more fret, that's C major. If we skip 2 frets, that's D major. And if we skip another 2 frets, that's E major. So here's yet another E major. And now if you can play a B flat, then you can play an E major this way. And this is much easier than this one. Now the final easy way to play E major chord also uses a closed chord position. So if we start with our F major chord, our chord up here at the top, and then if we slide down 2 frets, and we do have to bar with our 1st finger, this is a G major chord, right? We have an F major, slide down 2, that's a G major. Now if we slide down 2 more, that's an A major. If we slide down 2 more, that's a B major. Now when we get to B, we just slide down 1 more fret, that's a C major. If we slide down 2 more, that's a D major. And if we slide down 2 more, what are we at? An E major. Now this is an octave higher, but it's still an E major chord. So I know this might be a really high pitch to play in most songs, but if you're playing a solo, or maybe if you're ending a song that does happen to end on the E major chord, this is a fun way, a cute way to kind of show off, add some flair, but you can end it off with this kind of E here. Now all of these chords that I showed you, they're all E major chords, so they'll all fit with any song that uses an E major. But there's 4 other easy ways to play this little tricky E major here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you learned something about the fretboard, that there's more than one way to play one chord, especially if you have a chord that's a little bit difficult, or maybe it's tough for your fingers to play that chord. Then by examining the notes that you need, you can find those same notes in other places on the fingerboard. And you can find easier ways to play the same chord. Well, there you go. There's 4 easy ways to play the E major chord, and you still have one hard way to play it. There you go. All right. Well, have fun playing, and until next time, God bless.